Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to round number 4 of the ICR Season 6 Championship. We are in China today. We have gone to the other side of the world compared to Austria last week. And we find ourselves in Shanghai for a sprint weekend. We have short sprint qualifying, followed by a sprint, followed by qualifying, followed by a race. We now have... the game's not working. How nice! There we go. Right. I am meant to be joined by a co-commentator. However, my streaming software is not picking it up. So, we have a little problem here. I'll be right back. I have left his stupid voice call. Right. Elliot, are you picking up? No, you're not picking up. Right. No, nothing's working. So everyone is stuck with me at the minute. Beeping the Room's disqualified for apparently blocking the pit lane. I have no clue what he has done there. I also have no clue why my overlays are not working. Nothing's working today. Just quickly going to turn that off while I change this back to 2024. Aha! Problem solved. We now have... Right, yes, well, that sort of works. Well, Varun will go for a lap. I don't know how to fix our commentary issue. So, for the minute you're going to have to just hear me, I'm afraid. So, Varun is on a lap. He is going down through the first sector. It's a 24-4 for the Red Bull car. Is he a Red Bull driver? I think he is. So, that was just a confusing moment for me right there. But anyway, through turn 10 comes the Red Bull, flying down into turn 11. Now around a very long left-hander. This corner, I do not like it. It is too long, and Varun goes for a trip in the grass and spins himself round. And he will have bought his lap time as a result of that. Looks like it will be EX3. Out of anyone will be next to complete a lap. No, I'm lying there because it's Wards. He got out very quickly. And it's a 1:31.5 for the Red Bull. That is the benchmark that people will have to compete against. And the EX3 will be the next one that can potentially beat it. Round turn 13, down the long straight now. Can EX3 pose a threat towards up at the top of the timing sheets, down the very long straight, and finally in the braking zone, cooling them brakes off and then having to heat them up once again. Down into the final corner now, through turn 16. What can he do? DRS open, up to the line. It won't be 31.5, it'll be a 32.2, 7 tenths down off of Wards. We have Happy Man in P3, 1.9 seconds off of the lead. Yuri has invalidated his lap time, I am afraid. And we got Chirp making his way down this very, very long straight. Here he comes, locking up into turn 14. Through now, turn number 16. Chirp. Where can he place himself? B3, 7 tenths behind, not too far off of EX3. It looks like the track is settling down. Varun and Lucas are in the pits after not doing a lap. Trorap is in the gravel for whatever reason. He has not. He has not yet set a lap time for whatever reason. Yuri might be on a lap here. I think he is. He is! On board with the V-carb. Where can he put himself? We know his last few races, he can be competitive with Wards up at the front. He's gone deep though, he's locked up into turn 14. Through the final corner, he pops into the pit lane. He will not be completing a lap. Trap also into the pits. Chirp, I assume, will be in the pits. Varun's on an outlap, but he's straight out again. The best way to do it sometimes, especially in these sprint qualifying sessions. They are short, they are simple. So then, Varun, what have you got for us? Nothing, because you are in the pits. Well, that's going on. I'm going to attempt to fix the microphone because everyone's in the pit lane. Right. There is someone going out on the track, I can see that. Is it to do with settings within Discord? That's nothing to do with what I'm trying to achieve. And it wasn't. I'm afraid. Qualifying lap's gonna get going. I'll have to wait. I mean, the window is flagging red for some reason. So there is obviously an issue. Maybe with Discord, I don't know. But Troll Rap will be starting his first ever lap in this league on this game. Because he has raced on this league previously, but not in F1 24. Through the first few corners. What can he do? I say my telemetry software has now gone down. It's not a good day. Troll Rap though. Coming through turn 9, turn 10 up next. He will now pull himself down the main straight. 1 minute 20 seconds left. Only 4 people have set a lap time, which is pretty crazy to think. DRS is open down into turn number 14. Through 15. It's not really a corner, is that? But 10-16 Sharp. Coming around the final corner now. He will be able to sell a lap time. Where will he pull himself? P4, 9/10 behind Wards. Chirp starts a lap. There was a Haas that went through. It was the X3. He is only 2/10 down now. But unfortunately, it will be 2/10 down. And he won't be able to achieve much with that. Lucas will be starting his lap now. It looks like Wards won't improve because he has invalidated the lap. Yuri is right behind him and he might be getting a slipstream off the pole sitter currently. Wards, surely he'll move out the way for the RB. He does not want to give a slipstream to his rival in this qualifying session, but it looks like that's what the RB is getting. Down the straight, DRS open. The RB is following the Red Bull. Qualifying is officially over. Wards won't be able to improve his time. He is on provisional pole. But for how much longer? Through the final corner. Yuri, DRS open to the line. He goes to the top by 5/10 of a second. That's half a second. It is a 31-0. Happy Man finishes 1.7 seconds down. He is currently bottom of all the people. They'll have seller time. Varun, though, puts himself up into P4, 9/10 down in that Red Bull. Chirp, now round the final corner. Where can he put his Aston Martin? P4, 7/10 down. It's the X3. Doesn't improve his lap time, therefore doesn't improve his place. Lucas, round the final corner. He will sell his lap. Where will his lap time put him? First! Sorry about the shouting there. That was unexpected. Wards put his lap time on mediums. So, and it is P3 on the mediums. But it is Lucas by 14 milliseconds. Everyone did their first run on mediums, which is really interesting. Maybe that's to try and preserve tyres, so I think Wards is the only one that didn't improve his lap time at the end. That is the reason why. Oh, okay, something's crashed. It's reporting the Windows. It's reporting a problem to Windows. Oh my god. Nope, nothing is working. So we want... let's load up the dash. the drivers will endure a formation lap before the sprint race. They are now partaking in that formation lap. I can now happily confirm that my telemetry is working. So, yep, something is back up, as Elliot said, but you can't hear him. He says it's because he's here, and I think I have to agree. So, everyone is starting on the mediums. They come down now the main straight. And it is Lucas that leads them down the straight, weaving to warm up the tyres. Weaving as much as he can to get them tyres toasty warm. Down the straight, they're parking up. There is a RB that has gone wide. Must be Yuri, he is. Oh, it was a Williams, it was Trollrap apparently that went wide. It did look like an RB from where I was watching. And for some reason, for start, I'm getting an absolutely crap camera angle. 5 lights are on. It's lights out, and away we go. It's Lucas that gets us underway. Down into turn number 1. And it is Yuri in turn 1 that takes the lead. It's Warslow, who is also through into P2. Looks like EX3 also is on the inside of Lucas. He is getting interested in potentially getting a move, but he gets overtaken by Chirp by the looks of things. Chirp does not get past EX3, and it's Yuri still that is leading as we go into turn number 6. The sprint race is led by the RB, but he's gone deep. Wards is going to be right with the RB, but not for long. He has fallen back and will remain in P2. But Lucas started first, now is third. Not the best of starts for him, not the start he would have hoped for. Yuri leads the way. He started P2, so he has gained a position, and there is a Williams at the back, and it must be Trollrap. It is. Oh! I don't think that was planned. That was definitely not planned by the Williams. We are now going down the main straight. On lap 1 out of 10, is Ward's going to be eyeing up a move? No, he's not. He's playing the sensible game that looks like they all are as well. Lucas goes a bit deep. EX3 may be looking interested. The answer there is no. But it's Yuri, though. That leads across the... Oh, he goes... He doesn't go wide, as I was going to say. But he went very skiddy. Yuri gets the fastest lap, but Wards is on the inside of the RB, and it is Wards now that leads the race. He started P3, Lucas started first, and it's Wards now in P1, and it is now Lucas in P3. Yuri started second, is now second, first and third have swapped positions, and it is Wards now leading the race. So Ward's in the lead. Chirp in P5. It is the kick up into P5 now by the looks of it, but Chirp is still on the inside. But the kick round the outside gets the move done. Back up to P1 though. It is Ward's. Through turn 12, it's a long right-hander. If they don't get this corner right, if they don't judge it right, it's going to be very, very harsh on their tyres indeed. It's going to heat them up, and it is not going to let them enjoy that. DRS is enabled, and it is Yuri down the outside, and it's Yuri in the lead. He retakes P1 in this sprint race, and it is the RB up in first through the final corner. He does go a bit wide, and it is Wards who is right behind him. Lucas with the fastest lap that time around, and it's Wards, by the looks of it, going down the inside. Wards looking to get P1 back, but can Yuri keep it on the inside now to turn 3? They're still going to be side by side in the exit, but it's the RB that edges just ever closer ahead, and Wards will have to settle for P2 again, and I am not changing the camera angle anymore because it's giving me an aeroplane shot, and whenever I get given an aeroplane shot, it is my individual rule never to change the camera until the game does it for me, because these shots are this game's way. I'm not going to finish my sentence there, but I like these camera angles. It is Yuri. P1. He started second. He has gained a place. But for how much longer will that place be gained? Because Wards will have DRS, and he's 5/10 behind him, and it's a long straight. And 5/10 will be able to go a long way down this straight. Wards DRS open. He has got much more speed down the straight. He's going to pull out along the side. And it's Wards up into P1 by the looks of things. Yuri keeping his car right in there on the inside. Keeps P1. DRS wasn't enough for Wards, but this time around it might be enough. Lucas with the fastest lap again, a 33.5. Wards is going to overtake Yuri. Lucas getting interested to overtaking Yuri as well, but I don't think he will. If he keeps it around the outside, he will get the inside till turn 3, and he won't do that. Yuri going for a switchback on Wards though. There's loads of contact with the McLaren and the RB, but the switchback looks like it might work. Side by side, not for much longer. Wards now keeps the lead. These two know each other very well on the track. They know how to respect each other when racing, and we are seeing a perfect example of how to race in this F1. Ah! Scary moments for Yuri right there. That has lost him time. He's now 6/10, 5/10 now behind Wards. But getting the rear end out and Tao tapping Wards. Has his tyres gone? I don't want to live anymore. Lucas, this is his perfect opportunity now to get himself up into P2. Another point in this sprint race. This used to get you 8 points, it now gets you 7 because EX3, with his stubborn rules on the points this year, we're going to go 3 wide into the fire, into turn 14. Yuri takes the lead, and Lucas and Yuri make contact. Oh dear, Lucas has tumbled all the way down into P5, maybe P6, because Chirp's now overtaken him. Yuri is in P3, he's still in the podium position, but EX3 is right ahead of him. Wards, out of all of that, keeps the race lead. It does look like it was a collision between Yuri and Lucas. He regains P5 now. Did Yuri give Lucas enough space on the outside? Did Lucas turn a bit too right into him? We'll have to wait until the replays come through. We'll have to wait until the tickets are made. But Wards, is it his to lose now? EX3 is right behind him. But it's EX3 who might be losing time to him. That is a huge shame for the RB. That is a huge shame for the McLaren. and it is 8 tenths. The gap between EX3 is now 9 tenths. EX3 to the lead. Will Wards, yes, I think Wards at the DRS detection might have just got EX3 out. Is that correct? EX3 does not have DRS. Yuri round the outside. That's an easy move for the RB. EX3 will have to settle, being back into P3. And it's RB versus Red Bull. Once again, we didn't miss much up at the top. And the fight will continue. A little battle, a little incident won't spoil their spirits, as there are 5 laps to go now in this sprint race. Who is hungry for the 8 points? Chirp up into P6, he is past Varun. Lucas doesn't look like he's getting any progress made. It doesn't look like he's got any damage. But also, well, not visible anyway. But he's not had a good sprint race so far. He's now 5th from 1st. So that is not good for him. Yuri, though, he's back up into P2. And he has closed the gap towards. It's now just 5 tenths. Now in the full tenths, it does keep fluctuating. He is chasing Wards for 1st. Oh, bit sketchy out of there. Bit wide. Gaps now 8 tenths of a second. Yuri will have DRS. He will be able to open the flap down the straight. The DRS though is quite late down the straight. Troll Rap gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He is very far back. He is out of this race. He will have to deal with P9, which unfortunately for him is no points. Yuri will not be able to get the race lead down the straight. Gap is down to about 5 tenths now. Varun and Chirp look like they're having a nice little battle. The Aston Martin and the Red Bull. We haven't been focusing on that very much. The Red Bull, though, goes off a bit by the looks of it through the final corner. Varun gets the place, but nearly loses it. Loads of people nearly losing it out of the final corner. Getting a bit throttle happy. And through now. First few corners. The battle for the lead will still go on. Wards has locked up a bit in that corner. Yuri is right behind him. Yuri is chasing him. 6 tenths is the gap. Gap is back up to 7 tenths. Has Wards managed his tyres a bit more than Yuri? That might just be the case, because the gap is up to 7 tenths again. How much faster does Yuri get with the DRS? It is a lot faster. It's about 20 kilometers an hour difference, quite easily. But it is not enough. The gap is down to 3 tenths though, and he was closer this lap than he was last lap. A bit squirrely down the straight. Varun didn't get past Chirp. It is Chirp on the inside, Varun on the outside. I think there was a bit of contact between the two there because Chirp has ghosted. And it is still Varun that leads Chirp. Yuri is much closer this time around. He needs to keep this 3 tenths gap, 4 tenths gap, to be in with a chance. On lap 8, lap 9, maybe lap 10, will he stay behind? Does he have the racecraft to just keep there? Stay within DRS, but not overtake. But what he's got to consider as well is that it's not a 2-car race for the lead, it's a 5-car race for the lead. They're all in it, so we can't hang back too much. EX3 is 5 tenths behind him, so really You think he's gonna go for it if he gets close enough towards. Very late activation of DRS. Here we go. Balls looks like he was flashing there down the straight. Is he recharging his battery? Is he running low? Yuri definitely has the energy recovery system advantage. He has much more energy in his battery. Is he saving it up for the final lap? Down the main straight. Is it going to be a contentious battle? The answer is no. What about Varun? He's 7/10 down the main straight. I don't think he's going to go anywhere against Chirp. And the answer is, I was right. Not for the first time. Quite a common occurrence, that. BP in the room. It's all over the back. Oh, VX3, 1/10 behind, 2/10 behind. They're staying in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 order. They're not changing much, really. On to the final lap, that might change. But really, if Yuri overtakes Ward, he's the one to lose everything. If VX3, BP in the room, or Lucas overtake the other person ahead of them, they've not got much to lose because they might just get DRS anyway because of the car ahead of them. So, DRS train happening. We're on lap 9, out of 10. This is the penultimate lap after this set of DRS. We'll be going on to the final lap. The gap between Walls and Yuri is 0.5 of a second. The X-Ray is 0.8 behind Yuri. But here we go. Yuri's very close to the Red Bull, and it looks like he might be going for it on the outside. He's passed, I think, before the corner. He is. Yuri has taken the opportunity to make a dive. He's locked up a bit. Walls won't be able to get alongside, and it's a change for the lead on the penultimate lap. And we now go on to the final lap. Wards with DRS down the main straight. He doesn't get anywhere. It's Yuri, the one recharging the battery, even though his battery is pretty much full. Does he think he'll be able to keep P1? Because he has pretty much 100% battery. Beep in the room and Lucas are fighting. Lucas on the outside. Doesn't get anywhere. It is still P5 for the McLaren. He's not been able to get anywhere. What about the outside? He squeezed out a bit. Again, can't get anywhere. BP in the room, staying put. He is staying in the room. Wards, can he stay in the room? Can he get to the next room? The top step of the podium, maybe. The gap is 0.3. He made a bit of a mistake. It's now 6. It's now 7. It is now nearly 8. Yuri, with the ERS advantage, might have this in his hands. It is his to lose by the looks of it. Wards just gets DRS in the end. The gap is 6/10. Sorry, the gap is 8/10. Wards down the main straight. Doesn't look like he's going to get anywhere. He's gaining. But Yuri with the ERS doesn't look like he's going to get many places further on. Lucas on the outside, the BP in the room. He looks for a switch back, but he's still alongside. He doesn't go for it. There is contact, Lucas. Oh, it's stopped by a stud and BP. But Yuri will win the sprint race from Wards and the X3. The X3 will complete the podium. BP in the room, P4. Lucas 5th. Chirp in P6. He will finish ahead of Rune. Happy man, what happened to you? You were good in F122, you were decent in F123, and you were shocking in F124. This is the downfall of Happy Man 1709 as he spins across the line. Trial wrap, for some reason classified as PLA. I think graphics is not picking up the telemetry from players properly these days for some reason. I might need to fix that. But player comes round turn 14, and player will come round turn 16, and player will finish outside of the points. The only one out of the 9 to not score points. Drorap is last in the sprint. But it's not over for him yet. We've got another qualifying session coming right up. This one, instead of 12 minutes, is now 18. So, we have done what we wanted. We now move on to the main part of the weekend. This is just a bit of a bonus race, isn't it? So. There we are. I don't know either. Here we go. So it feels like we're really starting 40 minutes late, but don't worry, we aren't. We have had some racing, at least. Oh, and that's right. We're in qualifying, 18 minutes to go. That gives me maybe another moment to try and fix a microphone issue that we have been having. It's picking up the game audio. Elliot, would you like to attempt the speaking? Yeah, never mind. Forget it. Still not working. Going to pause the coverage. I'm afraid very quickly. Whoa. It's because streaming mode isn't enabled. Maybe that's why. Elliot, hello. Yeah, it's not working. It really is not working. Try DM call. Maybe that will work. Right. Let me do this. Oh, no. Can you speak, please? Yep, you're still not appearing. I will probably, well, I mean, you can stay here if you want, but you know, you won't be doing much. Anyway, it is awards out of everyone who will be first to set a lap. And here we go. Down into turn 14, the final real breaking point. He's locked up a little bit there through the final corner. Oh, DRS open. It's a 31.7. That's very far off from what we've seen before in the last qualifying session. Happy Man, 33.4. 31.9. Marcus, P2. Chirp is going to be next. Here we go. Through the final corner and up to the line, a 10th down. So that just shows really that Walter's lap wasn't really the best. EX3 down the main straight. Where can he put his horse? Around the final corner. EX3 plays. Where can he put his car? Is it going to be a 31.7? It's going to be a 31.5. He goes 1/10 ahead of Wards. And EX3 fires his hat to the top of the timing sheets. It's Yuri, Lucas and Chorat. They're all staying in the garage for now. Yuri and Lucas maybe wanting to cook later on. Maybe. It is going to remain dry throughout this qualifying session, so they have nothing to worry about really. BP in the room. Looks like he might be starting another lap, consecutive laps. That lap 3/10 down on the X3 was on medium tyres. He is on mediums rather than the softs. So maybe second time around, mediums will be the better tyre to do it. Bit edgy out of 3. Here we go, 1/10 down through the first sector for BP in the room. Around turn 8. Very long corners, R7 and 8. This track filled with extremely long corners. Maybe drivers are choosing the mediums because they last throughout the lap. The softs probably don't. Only 29/10 of a second down now is the kick Sauber. Here we go, down the straight. Where can he put this kick car? Slight lock up from the kick Sauber. Soon to be Audi, I believe, in 2026. But he goes wide! He invalidates. It was a 31.6, so he would have improved. He might have even gone P2. Wards goes back out. So far. Oh, that's lovely. Fastest sector, Sector 1 Ward, 0.000. Sector 2 and Sector 3. EX3 has got stunning 0.000 lap times. Just amazing, isn't it? So, Ward. He is on the soft tyres now. But 31.7 is the best lap time. I don't know why he's weaving to warm his tyres up on the qualifying lap. It's not how you do it in qualifying, I am afraid. I'm not an expert. People will know that. But even on the formation lap in F124, that wrecks your tyres. Absolutely kills the fronts and the rears if you're doing it like that. Maybe that's how we lost out a bit last time. Is there a Here we go. His best lap was on the medium, so, you know, maybe that's why he's 10th down as well. Through the first couple of corners, though. Where can Ward put his car? One and a half tenths up through the first sector, and because he's on softs instead of mediums, it's only going to get better for the Red Bull. Oh! He loses it around turn 7. That won't dampen his spirits. He will continue on this lap, I am sure. We are now 10 minutes through on this qualifying session, and that might have cost him a bit of time. And it has. He's now only 15 tenths of a second down on the X3. So it's going to be close between the Red Bull and the Haas. Has he got the straight line speed advantage on the Haas down the straights? Maybe running different setups. Where can Wards pull it? Where can Wards put it? What can he do? Where can he go? Through the final corner. He does. A 31-2. So that puts him up to the top by exactly 3 tenths of a second. Maroon now. He's going round the straight. Round 14. Through 15. 16 up next. Chorup, I believe, yeah, has gone into the pit lane. So Varun, currently 6.5 tenths down. He's now 4.5 tenths down. He puts his Red Bull up into P3. A Red Bull 1-3 at the minute. That's never seen before. It's normally Verstappen in P1. But Checo's normally long gone. Yuri is embarking now on his lap time. What can he do? He is currently down in P7. So this will be his first lap. Through 7, through 8, long corners, through 9, through 10, and down into Sector 2. Well, the end of Sector 2, because we're going into Sector 3 now. Apparently it was purple through the middle sector. But there's only one way to find out, and that's wait and see until the end of the lap. DRS. Wide open. Where can Yuri put his Visa Cash App Racing Bull car? I'm surprised they've not got Hugo or Roland in the name. But round the final corner. Oh! It is a 31-3. 29 thousandths of a second down. And that is going to be... He's fully left the session now. He will need an invitation back, probably. Oh, he's gone offline. Right, that's fun, isn't it? Well, if I knew that, he wouldn't have been in this lobby. Lucas. Through the final corner. He goes up to P3. 2 tenths down. BP goes to the top! 130.8. I didn't expect that one. EX3 comes across the line. Doesn't improve beep. Oh, he's BP in the room has also retired now. I think he has crashed out. I think. Oh, yeah, he's definitely gone. Chirp in P7. There's BP in the room left as well. Oh. Down into turn 6, Stroll Wrap. Hopefully he can have a successful lap time. Or should I say it's not Stroll Wrap, is it? It's Player. Here comes Player. Down into the end of sector 2. What is that attempt to get a slipstream? Why are you doing that? This does not work. Happy Man is also out of the session now. Wards is gone. Troll Wrap. EX3 is also done for the day. What is going on? Troll Wrap. Round the final corner. He's not done for the day yet. 1.8 seconds off. He goes up to P8. Chirp. Will he improve his lap? Nope, he's gone into the pits. Has the Aston Martin. Lucas is also on the lap now. He's aborted. Maroon coming round turn 14 and 15, the penultimate corner. He will now embark on a lap with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. This is his one and only chance. 8/10 down. If he can get that 9/10 improvement, he will be on for pole position. But will that happen? Varun through turn 4. Full throttle through 5 and down into turn 6. 24 seconds down, apparently. All it means is he's got a 24-second sector 1 lap time, I think. But Varun will carry on, even if he is 24 seconds down. He is still going through 9 and 10. The Red Bull believes he is okay. He's 3/10 down now, so he has gained a mega 23.7 seconds through sector 2 on BP in the room. So congratulations to him. Fastest sector 2 by far there. But Varun, with qualifying over, Chirp will not improve. Lucas will not improve. Troll Wrap will not improve. It is all down to Varun. What can the Red Bull do through turn 14? It looks like by looking at the time, he might not get the 30.8 that he's looking for. Round the final corner. DRS open. He is 8/10 down. And yes, he's now P6. That's qualifying done. Player is in the gravel. Default Player. Well, I'm in the pause menu because I don't want to watch Troll Rap. That's the point of this. Qualifying is finally done. Marcus wins qualifying. It is exactly 8 o'clock now. So it is BP in the room on Powerballs alongside him. Yuri has left. I don't think he's ever coming back. Lucas will then finish, will start P3, EXT 4th, and the others push a position up. Chorap will probably do his very best to finish 8th. Either whether that be against an AR Yuri who might finish 9th, or no Yuri, which will mean he finished 8th out of 8th. So we do know that Yuri will get points in sprint, even though he doesn't compete in the main race, because he finished a sprint. He deserves them points. But the race, if he does the whole race in AI, that's no points. That's instantly a disqualification. I think there's a rule that you can only do a total of however long in AI. You must complete 90% of the race distance in control of your car. Arpy Barpyton, former commentator, is DMing me currently. Huge shout out to the former commentator for turning up and streaming, even though when he didn't want to. Deserves a huge shout out. He is still with us. Formation lap, though, is underway. Underway indeed. And it will be BP in the room, taking us off, and Yuri's AI is going to be here for a reason. BP going very slowly. Lucas has overtaken him. He wants a quicker formation lap. So it is Lucas, who was starting P4, has taken the lead of the formation lap. It's not prohibited, it's allowed to overtake on the formation lap, but it is slightly frowned upon. We don't recommend it, we don't advise it, because we don't really want it to happen. So Lucas wanted to pass that formation lap to start with, but he's now slowing it right down. He has done the opposite of what he wanted, obviously, at the start. He comes around the final corner. With finally, we're lining up on the grid at 8:04. And here we go. The worst camera angle in the world for a race start. Lights out and away we go. BP in the room, gets away well, and he looks like he will continue to lead into turn number 1. Yuri is in AI mode. Lucas will pass him. All the other cars surely will as well. Varun and the X3 further down, fighting. It's the X3 on the inside, on the Haas through turn 3, and it's the Haas that reigns victorious in that battle. And it's Chirp now, I believe, at the bottom of the grid. He's fighting Happy Man going into turn 5, and it is Happy Man past Chirp. Up at the front, though, BP in the room keeps his race lead. It is now Ward's in P2, and this is the first out of 28 laps that we have today around the Shanghai International Circuit. We have one car left to overtake Yuri before he is at the back of the grid. That's Chirp. That'll need to get the job done. There's a yellow flag. I believe that's Troll Wrap. Down at the long right-hander, it's Wards, though, in the slipstream of BP into the turn 14. I keep calling it the final corner. It's not the final corner. It does look like a final corner. Based on where it is in the circuit, it's very tempting to keep calling it the final corner, but BP in the room leads away after the first lap, and it is Wards in P2, Lucas in P3 in the McLaren. Maybe he can have a better race than he did in the sprint. Everyone on... Oh, Trollrap has retired, and I think there's a full course yellow. There is a safety car. He's crashed in the pit lane. So he purposely went flat out in the pit lane, I hear. And a safety car has been deployed because of it. It's never anything we encourage. Will anyone box at the end of lap 2? And based on the fact they're all on the mediums and hards, I don't think they will. Trollrap has left. We are left with 7 real racers. Will BP pit? No. Wards. Yes! The Red Bull does! He puts his car in the pit lane. What will he be pitting on? Is that the decision? That's smart. Everyone else is staying out. There are a few people coming in. Wards in the pit. Varun in the pit. Happy Man in the pit. 2.2 second there for Wards. Lovely double stack from Red Bull. 1.9 seconds for Varun. That's got to be the league's fastest pit stop, surely. So, Ward's medium to medium, Happy Man now on the hards. Maroon's gone hard to medium. BP leads the safety car, is now with him. Going to see if anything was said about the track crash. Nothing really. BP has kept his lead. Luke's up 2, EX3 up 2. Chirp up 3. The Aston Martin's in P4. Yuri down 2, but that's in AI. We don't care about him anymore. He has quite rudely ditched us. Wolf down 4. Happy Man has pitted. He's up 2. Varun down 2. And Troll Rap down by a single. I can confirm that will not happen. Yes, BMH said that mile away. What I'm going to do very quickly actually is, I don't know how to do this really. I'm going to try a new thing. No, it doesn't work for some reason. I think for some reason Discord does not like, OBS does not like Discord. I think that's what's happening today. Safety car in this lap. Copy that. So, BP in the lead. Woods is literally inside Yuri. Elliot, we didn't need to know that. Stream can't, I can. My ears still get bleached. And I do feel extremely rude because I am continuously talking over the voice of someone. This past hour and 9 minutes, but BP he's gone very wide though out of the final corner. The safety car is in. We are now green flag racing. We are underway at China, in China. We're not at China, we're in China. Well, we are at China, but that doesn't make any sense. Lucas in P2. Happy Man now past Yuri. And Yuri is tumbling down the order. Varun up into P7. And it is BP, a clean safety car restart for the kick, Sauber, stake, whatever you want to call it. Varun on the inside of Happy Man. Don't know why I said it like that, but I did. Happy Man still fighting the Red Bull. Doesn't get to any place. Oh, Varun. Oh, got a nice exit, but not good enough to get P6. Lucas, those are ice on the back of BP. 2 tenths, 3 tenths now as the gap down to 4 tenths. Up to 3. Up to 2. Varun and Happy Man make contact. By the looks of it, Lucas Doe on the outside of BP on lap 5. Can he take the lead of the race? No, he can't on the outside. That won't work for the McLaren. Switch back, maybe. The answer is no. Apologies. I am tired out with a very long week. That's it, Varun just getting the fastest lap there. Between Happy Man and Varun, I do not know what happened there. I hear Happy Man spun on exit and Varun got caught. Wards is past Chirp, he's up into P4, he might be on the back of it, he might, you know, go for a move on the X3 as well. 2 in 1 sector maybe on the inside of the X3. X3 has to go a bit wider than he maybe would have liked, but Wards is past the Haas. And speaking of Haas, Happy Man did not overtake Varun. Or did Varun overtake Happy Man? I don't know. Yuri's AI is P6, but we don't talk about that one. We now have a 5-car battle for the lead, as we did in the sprint. All separated by about 5 tenths, half of a second. As we see Anting in the background. Don't know what that means. But we roll on. Lucas on the outside. This time he is passed by far. The Wards now on the inside. He's wheel to wheel with BP in the kick. BP's now down into P3. P1 to P3 in a single corner. He started P1, of course, so he has now lost 2 positions in this race. Wards with the fastest lap is a 34.4 from him. As Wards now on the inside of Lucas, and it looks like he has a bit of a moment there. Lucas back on the inside, but that's going to be the outside for turn 3, and Wards might just have it covered here. There we are. Wards back past. And it is Lucas in P2. Wards in the lead. Great racing here. Most drivers don't like Shanghai, but at the minute it's proving good for racing. People were complaining that race, the Corona, put it on the calendar, but at the minute, spectating the race, I am not complaining whatsoever. This is a great race so far. We've got a 5-car battle for the lead still in that spin like that for 7 laps now. It happened in the sprint. It's happening in the race. Of course, that'll be ruined when the pit stops come, but you know, we'll enjoy it while it lasts, shall we? Wards has gapped Lucas by 7 tenths. Maybe he pushed the tyres a bit harder that lap to try and get away. If he did, it didn't work. Lucas gaining. He's not gaining enough to make a move. And these 5 still remain as they were a lap ago. Here we go. Starting lap 8. Got 21 laps to go. 21 long laps. It'll feel that way for the drivers anyway, especially if you don't like China. I would hate to do 21 laps of China. I am not good with long corners. I apologise, I have been stunned into silence. 5 tenths is the gap between Wards leading Lucas, leading BP, leading X3, leading Chirp. They are staying put at the minute, but Wards through this section of track just gets the extra purchase compared to Lucas. And he is gaining away. The gap's back up to around 8 tenths. Lucas just needs to keep that 1 second gap. Through these series of corners, Wards has made a bit of a mistake and he will get DRS, will Lucas? The gap is 6, now 7, now 8 tenths. So he will get DRS and he will gain the time back that he lost through the middle sector. But that's pretty much what this track is all about. You gain what you lose. Because look at this. Immediately, he is within 3/10 of Ward's. Every other car behind him is staying put. This 5-way DRS train might be turning into a 4 soon if Ward's can make big enough of a gap. DRS open again. BP is losing Lucas. The X3 is losing BP. It looks like it is Ward and Lucas maybe for the lead of this race. But Ward goes a bit deep. Lucas is right with the Red Bull. But the inside of turn 3 is just OP. And Ward doesn't need to worry because his lead stands. Lucas, 67 thousandths of a second, sorry. Quicker than Ward's in the previous lap. So they are matching lap times, but you can see in the second sector, Ward's pulled us away by 2/10. And Lucas in the third sector pulls them 2/10 back. So it's pretty even between them two, really, isn't it? As I said earlier on, it is you gain what you lose at this track, and now Lucas is proving just that. The gap is 6/10, so going down into turn 11, the gap is 7/10 instead of 8. EX3 has had a mistake. He's out of DRS of BP. Chirp might be able to get himself up into P4. The 5-way battle has turned into a 3. Lucas will open DRS. He is 9/10 back now, so he must have made a mistake as well. Down into turn 14. Instead of the gap closing to 2/10, it's closed to just 4. Lucas within 2/10 again. Attempting to go down round anywhere he can go, but he's just not getting the move that he wants to do done. The McLaren is stuck in P2 at the minute. BP is stuck in P3 at the minute, and the X3 has clawed his way back into the DRS distance that he needs. So Chirp wasn't quite able to take advantage of it, so he's dropping out the DRS just for a bit. Gap is 5/10 now at the start of the straight. Lucas is much closer than he was before. 5/10 down the straight. Can Lucas maybe take the lead of the race? If he wants to do it, now is his best opportunity, because now is the outside line, and Lucas takes the lead of the race. But Ward with a dive bomb on the inside. I think that's cost him though. Lucas has taken the place back, and it hasn't cost him at all really. He stays P2. Ambitious but rubbish there from Wars. He's now 5 cents down on Lucas, and BP is right with him on the inside of turn 1. No, the answer is no there. Chirp has dropped out of DRS from EX3. This is really livened up at the front. BP on the inside, now the outside of turn 3. But as I said earlier on, the inside of turn 3 is just OP if you're, battling someone and you are on the inside of that corner. Ward is falling back from Lucas, and this is perfect for BP. This is exactly what BP wants. Ward's earlier, of course, locking up a bit while trying to make a dive bomb to get the move back done. Fresher tyres by 2 laps, of course. But Ward's, does he have the advantage? Because he has had one pit stop, but never mind, because he went mediums to medium, so he has to pit anyway, regardless of how this race turns out. Ward's 3/10. But then Lucas now. Really, it's about time that Wars overtakes Lucas once again. DRS open. Lucas shows him the outside. And that's the way he goes. He's ahead just before the corner. And instead of doing a ridiculous dive bomb, the McLaren hangs back. Yuri has overtaken Happy Man. The AI is better than the Haas. Let's say Haas because Happy Man at the minute is a bit arse. But it's Ward's still leading the way. Fastest lap for the Red Bull that time around. And it is Ward's 1.1 seconds faster on the previous lap. DRS of course helping. But that is not good news for Lucas. It's in Ward's hands now. The Red Bull is driving away. The gap is 6/10. Race leader Ward's 8/10 is the gap. 9/10. Will it be up to a second? Will Lucas get DRS? That's the question here. The answer is yes, but he's made a mistake on exit. He'll get DRS, but he won't be fighting Ward's at all. He'll be fighting BP. BP has DRS too though. With a 3/10 gap. Will he be able to gain? Outside or inside? Neither. He hangs back. He now knows that Lucas is not within Ward's. He can hang back, he can wait now. When P2 opens up. Whoa, Lucas pits! BP pits! EX3 pits! Chirp stays out. And so does Ward's. But these three all coming into the pit lane. Lucas pitting on the hard tyres. EX3. He's coming into his pit box now. Hard tyres for him too. They're all on the hards. And that should take them to the end of the race. Ward's, he's got to be careful that they don't undercut him. He's at risk now from being guilty of getting undercutted. 23.8 seconds is the gap between him and Lucas. Lucas pitted. BP and EX3 followed him in. Ward's at the minute is keeping his pace up. Lucas isn't really gaining on the Red Bull massively. So in terms of an undercut, I don't know if Lucas will get it if Ward pits this lap. I reckon Ward's, because he's got fresh tyres by 2 laps in the others, might try and hang it out a bit more through turn 14. Ward's, will he stay out? Will he come in? With the gap at 23.1, the Red Bull leads, but he's gone wide! That was not what he expected. He nearly crashed into the wall. Chirp also pits as well. Ward's going wide. It's good for him that Gravel isn't there anymore. Into his pit box. He's pulling on the hards. The Aston Martin, all because unsafe pit release is on. He was not held up. Varun leads the race, but BP overtook Lucas. Will they get past Ward's into turn 1? Oh! Ward's gets ahead just. Lucas overtakes BP, but Bill. No one wants to see that. No one condemns, that no one accepts that sort of racing on track. BP demonstrating what we don't want to see there. That was not good at all from the kick. That will be a penalty to him. There we go. I am afraid at the kick, I don't want to oh, I expected something different apart from braking around that corner from him. But we had a really good race. It's turned into one that isn't so good anymore. don't want to imagine what will happen here. Get it clean for now. But you got to keep a strong eye on these two. Yeah, BP doesn't pit. Lucas has to be careful. He does get past. BP has a damaged front wing, Lucas doesn't. So in terms of wanting to save your race, you know, you would probably pit. Yeah, maybe it was just a bit of road rage. Maybe there isn't anything more serious to come. But that has also wrecked Lucas's race as well as BP's. It looked like an honest race going into turn 1 between them two. Maybe there's a bit of contact. But if that bit of contact maybe threw BP off for whatever reason, BP does break for turn 14. And Maroon finally pits. Walls, what's happened to him? He was slow. Lucas now with the fastest lap. So Lucas is going to try now get his race back on track. He's 7/10 behind Wards. So it's not fallen all too bad. EX3 is 1.8 seconds ahead of Wards. So Wards and Lucas can work together here to catch back up to EX3, but it's things like this that makes drivers leave. And it's annoying to see. It's out of my control. I can't do anything about it. What happens on the track is not down to me, I'm afraid. Chirp has made his way past BP. So BP not having fun at the minute. Did he dive bomb, really? With a damaged front wing, he's still not pitting. He's maybe saving for a safety car. Caused by him, I don't know. The outside is... oh my god. Talk about aggressive turn-ins. Someone is racing with rage now. For whatever reason, I don't know. I didn't see anything necessarily bad at turn 1, which caused this to start. But a driver's reputation, it does build and build, either for the better or for the worse. Beeping room has gone wide. There's a 3-second time penalty. Lucas, he has DRS on Wards. Will he make a move? Nope. Varun has spun, I can see. Lucas on the inside of the walls, and McLaren is now up to P2. He is trying to salvage what he can from the race that was, well, not completely ruined, but that could have happened. These two still tugging out. Chirp maybe a bit nervy to potentially make a move. That's something that we don't want to see really. But look this, the top three all back within a second of each other, so race was off, but now it's back on. Lucas has got the pace in him. Maybe that little incident has fueled him to keep going. He can still win this. I don't think he's got damage. If he does, it's not visible. DRS open now. You won't make a move. Chirp is past BP. And he will stay past the kick of Marcus. Marcus will stay in P5. Lucas closes DRS. Down the main straight, we have 10 laps to go. So Lucas hanging back down the main straight, but you could say he has the pace to do. Okay. Okay. So there is a safety car, and that is a safety car caused by a crash. That looked intentional. So the race is neutralised. And EX3, I don't know if they'll be happy about that. Lucas wishing he went for a chance. The chance that he had at turn 1. BP has left. Question of the day, if people box, will it be on the soft? Will people box in the first place? EX3, his heart will be pumping, his mind will be racing. What does he do? Lucas, will he do what EX3 does? Or will he do the opposite? EX3 pits, Lucas pits, Ward pits. They are pits. Chirp, yeah, pits. So he will remain in the running too. EX3 in the Haas, all the way down at the bottom of the pit lane. He goes on to medium tyres. Lucas is on mediums. Chirp goes on hards. Ward goes on softs. Wow. That is interesting, and that will cook up a feast. I'm telling ya. I can officially confirm Upton has signed up as a driver! Now I do agree with the X3. What in the goof is this race? Yeah. Shore up and BP out. BP having an occurrence of events. Now, what I do find quite hilarious, something that I would quite happily be in to see and have and eat the popcorn, is that, first of all, Ward's EX3 and Lucas were in the same VC. Lucas isn't in there anymore, but the VC includes Ward's Chirp, EX3, Happy Man, and BP. When did Lucas leave, I wonder? Quite a while. Yes. My what should be co-commentator, but now as my news reporter has gone to see what is going on, as I sit back, relax, and put my feet up. There we go. I will bring my beanbag and put it under my desk. Not like a big beanbag, you know the ones you sit on. It's not that big. It's just a little one. It's quite nice. Just to put my feet up every now and again, and watch the race as it unfolds. I will not repeat anything said by my co-commentary teammate. But apparently there was a reason why that crash happened, and yes, Varun in P7. There'll be another lap under the safety car. EX3 leads. Will that lead transfer into a win? He started 5th. He is now 1st. Not much really to say at the minute. Safety car's got to be in this lap, surely. Surely. Safety car in this lap. And the safety car will go down the straight as fast as it possibly can. Look at it go. Yes. It's a shame we don't have an onboard camera of the Mercedes AMG safety car. And it'll be EX3 leading away in the Haas. Everyone is now caught up behind the safety car. We are now in a 7-way battle officially for the lead, going into the final 6 laps of the race. As round turn 14, EX3 goes. When will he go? Now where he has gone, he has long gone. He's left Lucas long in the distance, 5/10 away, as there's a bit of a kerfuffle at the back, and out of all of the people that have won out of the battle, it's the AI who stays in 5th. Lucas stays in P2, Wall stays in P3, Chirp in P4, he's on the harder tyre. So he might fall back, he might just find himself sitting pretty in P4, and he might finish there. Podium battle is on, 2 mediums and a soft to battle out the Haas, McLaren and Red Bull. Equal performance, of course, so it's not like the Red Bull is just going to go vroom all the way past. But if Ward manages his tyres under the safety car, he, with about 6 laps to go, should be sitting pretty. But you think maybe the final 2 laps the softs will wear off. It is very demanding, this track, on the tyres. Very long swooping corners. So are the 2 on the mediums the ones that are sitting pretty, or is it Lucas? Sorry, he's gone a bit wide, he's gone a bit deep. He did make contact with the X-ray. I don't think he's got any damage, at least not visible anyway. Down the straight, DRS not enabled yet, of course. Still gaining on the X3 though is the McLaren. We do not make any advancements though in positions. Yuri is still past Happy Man. I don't know how that's happening. Happy Man has now lost it. He obviously races against 60 AI these days. Lucas on the outside of EX3. That does not work. I think the AI actually is on 75. And yeah, Happy Man is still losing time to it. Lucas in P2, he is really wanting this race win. I think it would be his 2nd race win of the season. Someone might have to correct me, or it might even be his 1st. Bit of a kerfuffle earlier on, maybe got a bit angry, but that is not going to stop him in his path. And the top 3 separated by 0.6 of a second in a race. So going down to the wire here. Lucas, I think, is low on battery now. He's just recharging down that little bit of straight. There's more contact going in this corner. Going into this corner, Lucas brakes so much later than the EX3. Going into turn 12, it's ridiculous, really. EX3 always complains when someone brakes really early in front of him, but here we go. He is doing it now. DRS open for Lucas. He is gonna go for the outside. EX3 keeps it brave, he keeps on the inside, and it looks like he might keep B1, but he doesn't. Lucas with the switchback is now in 1st, and the McLaren leads the race. Lucas, looking back from his point of view, EX3 with DRS now, is he going to go for it on the outside? The answer is yes, there's contact! Lucas spins, he's got a half spin, Ward's definitely had to avoid that. And they have lost time, have Wars and Lucas. Not the most amount of time was lost from what could have been lost. That could have been disastrous for the McLaren, especially just after a safety car restart. Happy Man, congratulations, he's finally made his way past the 75 rated AI. But the gap between EX3 and Lucas is up to 0.7 when it was nothing really. So EX3 maybe not giving Lucas enough space on the inside. But EX3, of course, he is in the right. That was not his fault, because that is EX3 bumping their way down into turn 11. Through turn 12, through turn 13, Lucas will have DRS. Woods will have DRS. Ward's on the soft, and he's not making advantage of it when you think he most likely would have. He thought he would have used that power as early as he could, and hoped for the best when he got further on in the race. But maybe the mediums were the best way to go. It was the same as Silverstone in real life. Mediums were the best choice. It looks like no one has taken that choice. Lucas, DRS again. 3 laps to go. We've been live for 1 hour and 46 minutes and 10 seconds. And we've got 3 laps to go to decide who will reign victorious. Elliot! Oh my god, right, I'm not going to comment what just happened. But something happened. The gap is 2.5 tenths, now 3 between the X3 and Lucas. Lucas will get DRS. Walls has fallen back a bit, so maybe that is not good for him. Elliot is now giggling to himself still, and there's more contact between Lucas and the X3. EX3 just keeps parking it on the apexes, and Lucas is just not expecting it. That makes him fall back a bit. But using ERS, using DRS now, he has so much more of a speed advantage on the outside line. It's Lucas, can he take the lead of the race? EX3 is back fast, and it will be EX3 who remains in the lead. Inside, outside, the final corner won't do it. Lucas is hungry, EX3 is hungry. Wars doesn't look as hungry. EX3 and Lucas are chasing the crown that they will eat because they are hungry for this victory. It's a shame Adam is not here. Hungry for a win. He's from Hungary. He will not be taking his hunger back to Hungary today because he is not involved in this race. Lucas now 5 tenths, 6 tenths behind the X3. Walters closed in on the McLaren. Is Walters the dark horse in this race? 1.5 laps to go pretty much now. Them softs surely must be holding up somehow. Are they still in a good condition though? Are the mediums in a better or worse condition than the softs? Are they pretty much at the same performance? But it's good to see that it's competitive at the front this year actually. Previous years we have not seen that. You can just see Lucas through the slower corners. It's just so much quicker in that McLaren. DRS is open. No, not yet. It's further on. 3, 2, 1, now! DRS is open. Open? I mean finally open for the McLaren on the outside. EX3 will still fight. There's contact! There is contact again. Lucas has not been able to stay out of any contact today, and it doesn't look like any of it is his fault. DRS open again on the outside of turn 1. EX3 using the battery, obviously. EX3, how much battery has he got? They're both quite low. More contact. Wards is right in the fight now. More contact. Wards, can he get the drive? Oh, no, he can't. Will he make a dive? No, he doesn't. Will he make a third to first overtake on the final lap of this race? Lucas is 4 tenths behind going through turn 7. This is a battle for the lead. It's a 3-way battle on the final lap. The top 3 separated by just 7 tenths, sorry. And this is lap 28 out of 28. I think Ward has made a bit of a mistake. He has fallen back a bit. Is Lucas now in prime position to take this race win? The gap is 2 tenths. There's more contact. Lucas is just pushing EX3 through these corners. EX3 has more ERS, but Lucas, he will have the DRS. The gap is 3 tenths of a second. The slipstream, the DRS. Lucas has more pace. It will be the outside. They will be fighting though. It will be wheel to wheel around turn 14. Oh, Lucas spins round a bit. And it's EX3 with a drive out of turn 14. Lucas just hasn't been able to keep with anyone today. Well, he has, but he's just been involved in so much. EX3, he's managed to stay out of it all. He wins in Shanghai. He has survived 2 qualifyings. He has survived a sprint. He has survived the race, and he has won it. Lucas, P2. He's got P2, but I don't think he'll be happy with the race. Ward's final position on the podium. Chirp P4 for P5. Happy man. P6. Lucas won't be happy, I am sure, because it was a race that should and could have been his. Not good from his point of view. Involved in an incident with BP. EX3 kept him behind. Very slow through the corners before the straight. Maybe that was on purpose. But EX3 does win the main race. 49 minutes, 41 seconds, and 930 tenths of a second is how long it took. We are finally done. There we go, Lucas and Ward's final parts of the podium. Chirp P4, Room P5, and Happy Man P6, the final person that will be scoring points. Yuri in AI, so he will actually go down to 9th, because you will, that's how it works. BP and Trollap DNFing, they will get no points. Trollap not even completing a lap in the main race. So, Trollap, I think, is the only person out to score no points out of everyone. That is the race. That is the race done. And we thank you for tuning in, because it has been such a long race. It has been nearly 2 hours. I'm going to immediately end it, and there'll be a post-race debrief within the server and not here. Thank you all, and we will see you next week for round 5, which will be taking place at Bahrain. See you then.